Okay, and we're shooting. Wait, hold on. Let's get. Are you in the frame? Is this too far? Am I too close?
No, I think it's cool.
Okay. Well, this is kind of shitty lighting, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. Where's the lighter? Fuck! Are you fucking kidding me right now? Oh, okay. It's the lighter.
You
That
straight
would
losing it.
be the third time I lost it in the span of not even 30 minutes.
Not even 10 minutes.
Not even 10 minutes, and I'm not even high yet. So. But
how y'all doing?
oh yes, hi. Welcome to Living in Alignment.
Yeah.
I'm Sunny Day.
I'm Elijah Makita. We are the powers.
We are the powers.
Day
so,
2.
Day 2. It's the end of March 2nd, right? Yeah.
Yep.
It's the end of March 2nd. So last time we checked in, we were staying in a hotel, and we were planning on staying there for 2 nights, but we ended up checking out this morning because we just weren't. For both of us, I think it felt kind of like we were getting a little stagnant.
Yeah, just in one day.
In one day of having all the comforts that we're used to.
Yeah.
And maybe also I personally didn't love Kentucky. Like, no offense to anybody who's from Kentucky, I just didn't love it.
Not my cup of tea.
Yeah, not my cup of tea, and I was really excited to get to Nashville, which is where we're at now.
Hey.
Nashville, Tennessee, and it's beautiful. It's
so beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Love the city.
Gorgeous. I'm so excited to walk around and explore a bit.
Yeah.
So we are. I feel like I want to say that we are living out of our car. Like, I don't want to try and glamorize this. Living in alignment is not. I feel like on social media it kind of looks real glamorous, real fun, real easy, but it's not. It's fucking not. Like,
it's a leap of faith.
It's a leap of faith. Of course, I'm incredibly thankful to be able to do this in the first place, because I feel like being able to just up and leave is a privilege.
Yeah.
You know, not a lot of people have. Like, just being able to go chase after what you feel called to chase after. Not even chase.
Not a lot of people can just do what they're called. Like, no, okay, I take that back. A lot of people can do what they're called to do, and if you really feel called to do it, and it's really for you, you could just walk in that direction, and everything will work out for you.
It will.
Guaranteed.
Promise you that.
No matter what you got kids, like,
it'll
work out for you.
You just sometimes it just has to look a little different. It has to be planned a little better or different or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think.
Yeah, us being two single, grown ass women. We with a cat, like, we had to really, we was really just like, you know what, fuck this, you know, fuck consumerism.
Yeah, fuck consumerism. We were walking on the bridge, the Fort Bridge thing in Kentucky. That was beautiful, by the way. Definitely check that out if you're ever in Kentucky. We were walking on it, and one of the things we were talking about was consumerism, and I had said that I had said something along the lines of, you can't grow in consumption. Like, you can't grow or move.
You can't thrive.
You can't thrive in consumption. I mean, it kind of makes me
overconsumption.
In overconsumption.
You can't thrive in consumerism. You can't, because it literally causes you to be stagnant, because it causes you to be super comfortable. It's like a false sense of safety, false sense of comfort, when really it could all just be taken away from you. You have nothing, and you don't even know what to do, because you weren't living.
You weren't living authentically.
Yeah.
Because when you're living authentically, you can you're living from everything you need, which is really just you and God. But really, what I think we were getting at was the idea, like, we were pointing out that even in the hotel, part of the reason we felt stagnant was because consumerism was encouraged, like with the ads on TV. Like literally every single ad was telling you to buy something. We're in here, we went to go eat, we had to pay $38 to go eat.
Yeah.
Like,
food was good as fuck, but
yeah, the food was pretty
but
good.
the thing was, it was like we thought it was complimentary, and it wasn't. And that was another thing that sis brought up. You're like, everybody's so caught up in the consumerism mindset that they just want to take, you know. And now it's to the point where people are being used and things are being valued, you know. And that's, we got to get away from that. We have to get away from that. I feel like this experience already has amplified our growth, you know, spiritually and mentally, emotionally. And it's taken, like, I'm just grateful that we were prepared mentally, spiritually. Like, I'm glad we weren't doing this 5 months ago, you know.
So grateful.
Like, I'm just grateful because it comes when you're ready for it, and we're ready for it. But it's still like still a struggle.
Everything that happened needed to happen, and now we're on it. Like we said in the last episode, we're on a different journey, a more intense journey, and we are being challenged in similar ways, but in a more intense. Like our faith and our trust in all is really being challenged in a lot of different ways. And this is very, I don't want to say this is new for us because we have been homeless before, but in a completely different light. Like this is by choice. This is completely by choice.
Yeah.
And
we weren't like traveling. We were like scared.
Yeah, we were
you know?
scared.
We were homeless. We were like, what happened to our comfort?
What happened to our comfort?
What happened to our comfort? That shit just disappeared instantly. Where are we gonna go? What are we gonna eat? Why is it so cold? We don't have enough money to do this or do that. You know, it was literally just like focus on regaining that comfort again. And sis brought up a good point. She was like, there was always bills to pay. There was always food to be bought. You know, there was always this and that. And yeah, that was a beautiful point. I feel like we switched up the thing because we were talking about something, and then we just kind of like, but hey, fuck it, stop vomit.
My bad. There's no water in this bong because I didn't want to fill it up and spill it because I already spilled it like 15 times.
Wild.
I'm
eating grapefruit. I'm sorry if it's loud.
I'm about to eat my grapefruit. I just want to smoke first. Anyways. So, yeah, we're just going with the flow of things. Talking about our experience. And our experience has been profound.
Yeah.
I've never felt so free in my life.
Yeah.
We're like driving away from our home. We're driving on the road to Tennessee. And it was the most impeccable feeling ever.
Yeah.
We're so joyful, so excited because we're free. We're free from consumerism. We no longer have that pull or that feeling of need. Like we know now.
And we're not stagnant, but we can see how stagnant we actually were.
Exactly.
Like being in, like if we didn't like cancel that hotel thing, we would still be there. We would have never even walked on that bridge.
Exactly.
We would have stayed in that room all day, sleeping, watching TV, on the phone,
eating,
doing like, you know, just
doing what we
planning, stressing.
Yeah, planning, doing what we would normally do when we was at the house.
Yeah.
Sitting there planning, stressing, thinking, dreaming, not doing.
Not doing.
And I feel like part of being homeless definitely puts that fire under your belly of fire in your belly or under your ass or whatever fuck.
In your ass.
In your ass. Puts that little itch.
Fire in your ass.
Not that little itch in your booty hole. That you just like. You keep going. You don't. At least for us, it changed from thinking of doing to just doing.
Like fuck it.
Just doing. Cause like really, what do you have to lose? We're only here once.
So far as we know.
And even if we're not only here once, this is the only incarnation of this version of ourselves.
That part.
So fucking enjoy it. And like, we're driving and I've never felt so free in my life. Once that understanding of how you can't move when you are consuming, once that shit hit, everything, like, it literally felt like chains were just falling off of me. Like, This has been so cool, and it's literally only day 2 of us doing this. I cannot even imagine where we're gonna end up by the end of the week, and that's another thing.
By the end of the week.
By the end of the fucking week, I don't even know if we're gonna be in Tennessee by the end of the fucking week. We might be, who knows where? We might be doing who knows what, and like that's so cool. I know it doesn't. It's crazy how society in the world has really beat into us that if you don't know, if you don't know things like that, then somehow you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
But you're not. Like, this is a beautiful way to live. Like, don't get me wrong. Yes, have some general plan and idea of what you're trying to do if you feel called to. Like, if you're just single and you ain't got no responsibilities and you got a form of income and you can literally have zero plan whatsoever, fucking do that shit. Do it.
Like, cause like I feel like my biggest thing was I was always waiting for something to be perfect. You know? Like, I was waiting for the perfect opportunity to start. I was waiting for it to be perfect before I started. And what I was telling sis is I really appreciate her because, like, she was like, she's the type of person to just be like, all right, bet. You know, no more waiting, no more talking. We're just gonna do this shit. I'm like, oh, you already wait. Let me talk to you. She's like, no, there is no talking. It's already done. I was just like,
I'm incredibly.
what the fuck? You ain't even.
Yeah, that's actually how we ended up canceling the lease. I was like, you know what? It would be cool if we just canceled the lease. And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, great. And then
I was like, what?
Not even an hour later, I'm like, okay, we have to move out by the end of the month. And she's like,
oh shit.
Sonny.
Simply because like we've been talking about doing this shit for years, you know? Years.
Forever. This what we're doing right now, we've been dreaming about for years. And the thing is, at least I don't know about you, but for me, I feel like that dream got lost. And I feel like this year I'm really realizing a lot of dreams that I had as a child. My inner child is really coming out. Yeah. The inner child is really coming out and really fucking thriving.
Yeah.
And it's such a freeing experience. Oh my god.
Okay, yes, it's difficult, but look, it's worth it.
It's worth because like literally everything is difficult, but there's certain types of difficulty.
Every choice has a consequence.
Every choice has a I think you said that in the last video, or maybe you said that earlier today.
I said it in the last video.
Yeah, every choice has a consequence, and like really, okay, it's kind of like would you rather be doing a hard thing for something you love or something you hate?
Exactly.
Do you like?
Don't sit around waiting for the perfect opportunity to start because you will never start.
It will never. It will never
happen. Ain't shit gonna change unless you change. Unless shit changes, nothing's gonna change.
Exactly. You know? Yeah. Now I understand what you were bringing up earlier with the whole. There's always gonna be a place for your money to go. There's always gonna be a place for your time to go and your energy to go. There's always gonna be something to do. Cause that's something I'm noticing about. I feel like that's like that. I want to look over the Hermetic principles or the laws of the universe because that is a fact of the universe. Space will be taken up in every form. Space will be. There's no such thing as nothing. That actually is a fact. There is no such thing as nothing. Space will be taken up. So, with that being said, as my sis said, don't wait. Don't wait, okay? Wait as long as it takes you to come up with some kind of a loose plan and then throw caution to the wind, pray to the God you believe in, and go. Because when you... And that's another thing. If space is being taken up, that means that...
Is this your water?
No, my water's over here. Something will always happen. You know, like if you're worried about things going wrong... The thing is, I mean, if you're dead, then you don't care. But if you're still living, something's gonna shake eventually.
What I used to say, you have all the time in the world till you don't. And when you don't, it don't matter because you're dead. Like,
exactly. Something's gonna shake. Something's gonna happen. It's not gonna go perfect all the time, but eventually it's gonna go pretty damn good. Because there's literally no other option but for it to go forward and go well. Like, at some point.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. No, you said that.
High.
No, you said that, man. And tonight, like, sis was even worried about the presentation of this video. You know, the lighting, the backdrop, you know, but this is real.
This is real.
This is real as hell. We're here.
This
We're
is what it
doing it.
is.
This is what it is. You know, it's not glamorous. It's not it's not glamorous,
Okay.
but it is freeing. Like I feel like that's like the biggest thing. Freeing and very fundamental to or is that the right word? Fundamental to our growth or
Yeah, fundamental, necessary.
necessary? Yeah, necessary to our growth, you know. And this might not look like this is for us, you know.
This is
Whatever is for you,
it's for you.
it's for you, you know.
Everybody's journey's gonna look different.
It is. It is. It has to. You know, no one person is the same. You know, and not one story is gonna be the same story. So
Exactly.
it's gonna look different. But I'm saying whatever you've been talking about since you were a kid, you know.
Yeah. Really sit and meditate on this too. Like,
Yeah.
make sure it's not the version that has been corrupted by the world and what you think it should look like.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing. I feel like if this shit looked like how we thought it was going to look, we would not be growing.
No.
Like, we would not. Because we would still be in the comforts of our own comforts and wants instead of just real out here raw dogging it.
Yeah. Like, if we waited and we were like, okay, let's hustle, let's save, let's do it right by everybody's standards. Let's make it make sense. That's everybody's favorite fucking thing to say.
Make it make
Make
sense.
it make sense.
It don't gotta make no fucking
It
sense.
ain't gonna make no fucking sense. We're
Fuck
actually
sense.
Delulu, so
Right, fuck
give a
sense.
fuck. We're actually crazy, you know.
Yeah.
But like it doesn't.
Fuck your rules.
Man. Like, oh, I was so happy that came and we said that because
Girl.
it's real. Like, we were like, we gotta make it make sense, and we kept saying that. And guess what? We kept putting it off. We kept putting it off. We were like, we gotta make it make sense. We gotta pay this off. We gotta do this. We gotta save that before we do this. We gotta have a place to. We were planning meticulously, guys, like to the bone. And every single time one little thing got off, we had to rewrite a whole set of the like a whole section of the plan. You know, and so it was throwing us off because we had to make it make sense. And you know where that comes from? Control.
But the thing is, okay, I understand and totally agree with the whole co-creating your reality.
Yeah.
You are not in control. It is literally not possible for you to be in control of this world because this world is not yours. The world that you perceive is yours, that's what you can control. But the world that actually fucking exists, like, I'm not saying that your perception isn't real, but like, just work with me here.
Yeah.
This is all's realm. This is God's world. Yeah. This is God's reality. Okay? We're just living in it. We're figments of imagination, whatever fucking theory you want to go with. We're extensions of God.
This is God's universe.
This is God's universe.
I used to pray to the universe, but my thing is, I'm gonna just keep it I'm gonna just keep it a buck. You know, this is God's universe. Like, God, the definition of God is existing outside of space, time, and matter. Like, it's not gonna
no
exist.
end, no beginning.
No, and the universe has an end and the universe has beginning. You can challenge me, whatever, fact check, whatever, I don't care. That's my belief, you know?
No,
that's what
literally
the
believe,
universe
has an end and a beginning because that's...
There you go. You know, so God means, like, it's infinite, inside and out. It has no beginning. It has no end. That's why I said this is God's universe. And no, you can't control it. Huh?
Sorry, let me correct myself from my earlier statement. The universe, by its technical definition, like the way that we understand it, doesn't have an end and beginning, but it's because we can't perceive it. Like, we can't understand it because there's things about the universe that we just can't understand. And in a spiritual sense, there is nothing to understand. That is the fact itself, that there is no end and no beginning.
Look at that pot talking. No,
I know, right? I don't know if that made any sense. I hope that made some sense to somebody.
Damn. No, but yeah, 100% that. 100% that. And we can't control the 3D. You know, we don't control the 3D. We don't control the 4D, the 5D. We can only control ourselves. And we can only control how we feel and think about. We can only control our minds. You know, literally, that's what's yours to control.
Yes, which technically exist in all the realms that you...
Yeah, no, we exist in so many different realms other than just this one. But oh goodness, we can go on this.
Yeah, that's a different story altogether. But moral of the story is, there's like, stop trying to control shit. Stop trying to while you're planning, God's laughing because it just don't make sense. There's no way that you could see what could possibly to come. Like, there's no way you can see all the lessons. Okay, I think of it like this. I have a goal of where I want to be. I can't plan that journey because I don't know what it takes to get to that goal. That's why I go to a personal trainer, for instance, or go to YouTube or whatever. If you have a physical goal that you're trying to get to, you understand that you yourself don't really know how to get there. You know, don't know all the necessary steps it takes to get there. So you go online, so you go to other people who do know. Same thing with God. I have a goal of where I want to be spiritually. I'm not really sure how I'm going to get there. So I just ask for help and go with the flow. You know, like you can't.
All you can control is, back to the reference of personal training, all you can control is your nutrient intake. All you control is what you eat, how you eat, when you eat.
All you can control is how hard you go in those training sessions.
There you go.
Even when your coach isn't looking.
There you go.
We all do it.
We all do it. But yeah, man. Oh, this is hitting. This is definitely hitting. But yeah, so no more make it make sense. If it makes sense, it's wrong. If it makes sense, it's wrong. I'm sorry.
Just make it feel right.
Yeah. Yeah. What makes sense isn't actually what you think makes sense. What makes sense is what resonates with you on a soul level, guys. On a soul level. And look, who you don't know who is waiting on you to come into your most authentic self and start living your most authentic life, because somewhere someone is waiting for you to wake up and ascend. And you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You can't, like, it's like leading up to this, we were terrified. I was like,
shitting our pants. Shitting it.
Literally. No. Wait.
Actually, I think
No. Nah. Anyways.
Moving on. Moving on.
Anyways.
Oh God.
Okay. Yeah. No, we were terrified. Scared shitless. Anyway, but like, yeah.
We're done with this shit references.
All right. We were terrified. Okay, but we literally, like, we figured it out. We were like. And then when we couldn't figure it out, we asked God, like, oh, man, just give gratitude. Like, I feel like gratitude was definitely the defining factor on, like, how we went about this whole situation. Because I'm just like, man, we're scared. Give gratitude. I'm grateful in your plans to prosper and not to harm me and my loved ones. I'm grateful for our connection. I'm grateful that I am trusted with this mission, with this journey, and with my mind. I'm grateful.
The reason that gratitude is important is because it trains your brain muscle to see the things that are to be positive or happy about. It trains your brain to see positivity. So that's why the active gratitude is so important. Okay? Because even if you don't... I don't know if my sister's ever, like, really... I'm sure she has. I feel like she has told me about experiences like this. But sometimes you don't feel it in your heart. You know, sometimes you don't feel it.
I always tell you.
Okay, I just didn't want to, like, say that you said that and then you'd be like, no, I don't. Anyways, you don't always feel it, right? But just the simple act of saying it in your mind and doing it, it gets into a habit. Something that me and her have both noticed is that it's really hard for us to feel upset or disappointed about things.
Or prolonged negativity.
For prolonged
sadness.
Yeah, like we just feel grateful automatically now because we've been practicing that shit for so long, forcibly, might I add. Okay, because it's not easy. It's not just to wake up and write all the 5 things you're grateful about. Sometimes you're fucking sometimes you miss that misery. Okay, I miss the misery. Like sometimes you miss that misery. Sometimes it's just more comfortable in the pain, and a lot of times it's just fucking easier to sit and wallow in the shit that you're mad about. Okay, forcibly grateful. And I feel like I'm saying this with my chest because there are so many nights where I was sitting there like, I have to choose grateful. I have to choose positivity. I don't fucking want to. I want to smoke and I want to fucking get wasted and complain to my friends and cry about it.
Bro.
Fuck.
I got that one song that I wrote.
What?
It was like, I'm feeling low.
Yeah.
Low. I want to drink. I want to smoke. I want to link up and do a line of coke. I want to self-destruct. Lose all control. And I want to self-destruct. Lose all control.
I'm feeling low.
And that.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. It's not fucking easy. But you're not alone.
You're not.
And that's part of the reason why we're sharing this.
Yeah.
You're not
alone. And whatever you do, whatever you're called to do, the base of it is all similar. We are all experiencing something, you know? And, yeah. Yeah. One of my favorite things that's really ringing in my head, because, like, like, there's so many little things that you have to really get into, like, get into the awareness of, you know? Little ass shit, like, how something might happen, you'd be like, see, life isn't fair. That person gets that opportunity and I don't. That's something small, but it's the biggest thing, you know? Because actually life is unfair for everybody, and that's what makes it fair, you know? Like, I said that to somebody and they got upset with me, and I was just like, man, look, but it's true, you know? Life is unfair, and that's what makes it fair for everybody, you know? Someone might have been born rich, yeah, and you're looking at that like, oh, they have all these opportunities, they have all this, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, life isn't fair. But they're looking at you like, man, it must be nice knowing that people are around you because they actually like you.
Or, you know, sometimes, I've met people like this who will sit there and admire my ability to be disciplined and hardworking. They weren't put in positions that forced that out of them, because they grew up with a lot more than what I had. And I remember people that I was like, damn, like, I wish I was born with all that. Like, they have it so good, like, they can do so much more, right? And they're looking at me like, wow, she can do so much more because she has the discipline and the character it takes that I just didn't get to train myself in. But both sides of the coin are bad. Like, saying that to yourself in either end is not helpful, right? It's an excuse, and even if you don't, even if you're not saying it with the intent for it to be an excuse, your brain takes that as a reason. Your brain's like, oh yeah, you're right.
And it's subconscious, so you have to become aware of little shit like that, even if you think it. Like, what you think you become, you know, and what you think you become, what you feel you are, you know. And it's just like, oh man, it takes so much. It does, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of it's hard, man. It's hard to dig deep and face yourself. It's hard to go out there and fight that battle against yourself, and then go save yourself, and then go heal yourself, you know. It's
I just caught a glimpse of myself in the camera, and I look like a fucking ape. Like, I'm about to lick my arm because the juice.
Anyway, y'all. Like, seriously though, like, you're not alone. You're not alone. Even if you feel alone and like you don't have like that, I got my sister, you know. But even if you are alone in this car by yourself, you are not alone. You got somebody there with you in spirit. You are surrounded by light and love. You are surrounded by ancestors, spiritual family, God, angels. You are surrounded, and you are never alone. Even when you are by yourself, you are always in good company.
What I said earlier, there's no such thing as nothing.
There you
go. Space is getting filled on every level and in every plane. It's literally not possible for you to be alone.
You just gotta embrace it, man. Embrace it. There's no reason to be fearful, although being fearful is okay. You know, that's valid. But I mean by there's no need to be fearful is that there's no need to linger in it. There's no need to exacerbate it.
Pain is inevitable. Suffering is in the mind.
You're welcome. I'm sorry.
You're welcome. If you guys have seen that,
awkward. Oh, that's a good show. That was awkward. That show, that whole series is called Awkward.
You sure?
Yeah, with Jenna.
Oh like, yeah, the one I'm thinking of is Insecure, but.
Oh yeah.
But anyways,
right.
We should probably.
Yeah, we're gonna call this. This is about 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was really. I hope that you guys got something from it. I know you did. The ones who needed to.
The ones who needed to will hear it. You know, whatever resonated with you, take that, leave the rest. You know, set the goal from the same. You know what I mean? Yeah. Highlighted voice. You're not alone. You know, you can do it.
You can do it. Don't wait.
Do not fucking wait. Don't make it make sense.
Don't make it make sense.
Yeah. All right.
Living in Lyman.
Living in alignment.
Episode 2. I'm sorry, I keep fucking winking, but it's not coming out like a wink. I just hope it looks like my eyes twitching, because if it looks like I'm trying to wink, then that's cringe. Bye.
Bye.